The time is 8:14 on this Wednesday, and let's talk business with our business editor, Mike Eppel. All right, lots to talk about today, Mike. The Bank of Canada interest rate policy announcement coming out. What happened?
No change, which was what we expected. 0.25%. Good morning, Sarah, by the way.
Good morning.
Yeah, we're looking at not necessarily a new direction from the Bank of Canada, even though there is a new person in charge at the central bank, and that is Tiff Macklem, who was appointed by the federal government a couple of months back to take over from Stephen Poloz. So you're coming in with sort of new management in the midst of a pandemic and a crisis, but at the same time, sort of keeping the similar phraseology of the previous leadership group. They're not making any changes to interest rates. They are thinking that the pandemic slowdown or plunge for the economy may have reached its peak in April and May. Now we're kind of pulling out of the depths of that. They're still buying bonds. They're still kind of staying with the same course of action. So we have seen interest rates at the big banks come down a little bit more lately, maybe a little bit more of an uptrend in real estate. A lot of talk or focus today on this Bank of Canada announcement because will they be talking about debts, government debts, commercial debts, personal debts? You know, the credit card bill has been racked up during the pandemic, and it's going to have to be paid at some point. And at what interest rate level is the big question.
And yet, Mike, the markets, they continue to climb.
4-day winning streak here on the U.S. markets and substantial gains, Sarah, because, again, despite all of the scenes that you've seen for 9 days in a row now in the United States, civil unrest, another 2.7 million Americans unemployed last month just in the private sector, they're saying, well, that may indicate that the economy is poised to rebound. And the market looks forward and goes, okay, buy into it. So the Dow is up 220, TSX it's 134 to the good. Markets are at more than a 3-month high here. So back to where they were before the pandemic shutdown actually started. Again, forward looking despite all of the potential negatives that we're seeing right now.
All right, Mike, we're going to leave it there for today, but we'll see you tomorrow at the same time. It's 8:16. Let's go ahead and take a look at the markets.
This portion of BT is brought to you by 660 News, Calgary's breaking news, weather, and traffic station.